Now it's time to press buttons and talk with Manky and ProZD.
Hey, Mills.
Yes?
When are you gonna swallow the egg?
I'm not going to swallow an egg.
Hey, Mills.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
When you gonna swallow leg? All right. Turnabout reminiscence.
What's gonna happen in this one? Are we...
We're gonna have... We apparently know Kay. Kay Faraday. The young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu.
Will not be appearing in this one.
She will be played by... Okay, the piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. She'll be played by Penny Nichols.
Oh boy.
Her understudy.
What is she? Isn't she like nasally? I don't...
7 years earlier.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, there's our friend.
Hello.
Haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed the guy. But it was the great thief Yatagabari that told me to...
I asked the defendant, just what exactly are you trying to say?
Don't you get it? I know the true identity of the... Oh, come on. Let me talk. Guys. The Yatagabari is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench.
Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu?
Don't you dare deny it! You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. It was him right there, see?
Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the
Objection!
This
Mr. Real, I think we heard just about enough out of you.
Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You've gotta believe me.
Why are we all talking so fast?
I don't know. I need to slow down,
I need
guys.
like a 2 second. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready.
Wow. That went really fast.
It was sonic speed fast.
Okay, 3rd floor lobby.
It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom.
Look at that outfit. Dang.
Look at this cool outfit.
Looks so cool.
And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant.
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth.
Huh?
Oh no.
Sir.
Who's this guy?
Have you read over all of the documents regarding this trial? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Carvel, remember me? From like 3 games ago, will accept nothing short of perfection.
That guy looks like he could eat a man.
I understand, sir.
But it hasn't happened yet.
To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Sure, that sounds legit. Yes, sir.
Nothing wrong with this.
That such a legendary prosecutor is watching over and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way.
If I ever saw anybody smile like that, I would never trust them with anything.
Why? Why not?
Hi, Manuel.
Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute. Can you imagine if a trial ended in guilty?
Yeah, like even just like a civil like disagreement, like 1 minute.
Time's ticking. Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claim that the case prosecutor, Burn Faraday, gave the order.
Not the best photo.
Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Burn Faraday? He is a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense. Nonsense? He just goes... He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to
Sounds
court.
like the pot calling the kettle black here.
Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. Well, There are always a few exceptions. However, there is one or no reason to even deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters.
Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals, I see.
Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday will not be forgiven.
Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused, Prosecutor Byrne Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt.
Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. I hope you've practiced dodgeball and tetherball and all the balls. Show them all the balls. The power of Unkarma's balls.
Famous catchphrase.
Yes.
Today's trial.
So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case?
Yes, sir. I have memorized everything that is written down in the case files.
Well, then explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you are talking about.
Well, how would... If someone grinned like that all the time, be very, very unsettling.
Like, you could see him across the room and be like, what the fuck is up with that guy?
Understood.
That's not a face of, like, confidence. That's just, I'm gonna kill
Just evil.
I'm just gonna eat somebody.
A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Codopian
Welcome to Codopia.
Embassy. The victim, Mr. Dade Mann, was a staff member at the embassy.
Wow.
The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackrell, was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed arrested for possession of the murdered weapon, a gun.
Well, possession is right.
Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatagarasu had successfully infiltrated the Codopian embassy as well.
We're not the best country.
At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu, but that he did not kill Dade Mann. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie.
It's possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight, if he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's inanity.
Inanity.
But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth.
Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rel as the murderer.
The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitor's gallery.
Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder.
I did it because I was told to, by the real Yatagarasu Byrne Faraday.
Sounds just like him. I was there in court, it's exact.
That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. Ah! While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Codopian embassy staff,
why Codopian?
Yeah, that's a very strange
people are actually
combination.
referring to it as the second KG-8 incident.
The second KG-8 incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I have failed to study hard enough.
Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to.
Could you please enlighten me, sir?
I feel like this relationship probably originated the yelp that everybody does because Von Karma is such a scary mentor. It's just a natural reaction.
Sir, what do you mean by the second KG-8 incident?
In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents.
This is a 3-year-old newspaper. A baby one.
Wow.
You have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct?
Hey, that guy was in the case.
Yes, I have.
Wow, I remember him.
The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling.
Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano Group, and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Ms. Yu was silenced before she could testify in court.
Wasn't a Codopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder?
Yes, a Codopian, a big old dope by the name of Manny Cochin, was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved.
Lack of evidence?
Ha! If only I was in charge of the case. I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt.
Wow.
I
Good
would have
morals.
I would have kicked him in the balls to make sure that all criminals are found guilty. My mentor really is dedicated.
Well, he got kicked in the balls. He's definitely guilty.
Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever.
Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG-8 incident as well?
It's when you meet his eyes.
Oh. That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization.
And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify.
You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident.
So that's why it is being called the second KG-8 incident.
Yes. Yet there is one difference between the two incidents.
What would that be?
The so-called noble thief that is setting everyone into an uproar. The great thief Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu? I'd better find out more.
Nah, I'm sure we're not going to hear anything else about
Let's
this.
just walk away, talk to somebody else. If it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Kodopian embassy, what could he or she have been after?
No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. Or more likely to steal secrets from the Kodopian embassy itself, since the item that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police.
What's the main export of Kodopia, you think?
Say what?
What do you think is the main export of Kodopia?
Dope.
Dope and...
And corn, cocodopa.
What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police?
Just water and brown.
I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic.
Isn't it ironic?
By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say?
That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct?
Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday.
Mr. Faraday?
He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well.
He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG-8 incident and the Yatagarasu case? Mr. Faraday, now played by Alex, really has a lot on his plate.
I guess I'm Faraday. Wow. Oh, hey.
What is it, little girl?
You're scary, mister.
I know.
You smell like death.
Shh, not until later.
Did you need something?
When I smell him, I just think of death. It's weird. I want to trade these coins with you.
A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies. But it looks like you've exactly $1.
Saved up my whole life for that.
Is this what you want?
Thanks. That's exactly what I needed.
Just what I needed.
Just what I needed. Like in Super Mario Brother.
Could that child be here to watch the trial?
How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore?
I do.
You all absolutely don't.
Oh, come on.
I'll have to eat a couple of you
I
to
have
teach you a lesson.
The paperwork for the prosecutor substitution is complete. The judge wanted me to wear this outfit. I don't know why.
Why you? Do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes?
I'm so sorry. I'm just here to hang out.
I'm just cosplaying a officer.
I could have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant.
Your finger is right in my nose, so that's not...
I got some of your boogers out. Now I'm going to eat them.
It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me.
A proud one you are.
I'm going to turn up my damage to 60% and you can take 2 stocks off me.
You had better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth.
Why is everyone think I work here? Is it probably because I'm wearing the cop outfit, actually? It's very misleading. Hope this doesn't become a thing.
Oh god, I hope not. It is my first day here.
Didn't he already have like a flashback story?
Maybe.
I think
I
in
don't
a
know.
different flashback case.
That might have been Donut Cop.
Is it just Edgeworth and Manfred in this case?
I guess we win.
And Bill Bailiff. The three friends.
I don't know if I'd call ourselves friends, more like, I don't know, we've just kind of just met.
Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet?
Maybe Faraday will show up next time.
Waiting for Faraday.
Waiting for Faraday.
My favorite Beckett play.
Very deep.